in the beginning of their life, it's fine. But once they get to school, they see other children at school don't like something, then they start trying to bring home some of them tendencies home.
That's a
And
boy.
that's where the conflicts come in at. But so we gotta
You
get
ate
a
this
little
yesterday.
right.
I don't like it today. What you mean you don't like it
Oh
today?
my God.
What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, Sue?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 100K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, all right? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Haley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? So in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be talking about how kids are different in Germany and how parenting is different in Germany. I feel like these are two different topics, but they sort of like mesh together. Yeah. And yeah, these are just things that I have observed. I'm not a parent. I don't have kids, so I don't have like personal experience, but I have personal observation experience because I have worked in kindergartens. I've been around a lot of children and a lot of different families and a lot of different parents. So with all that being said, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. The lady that I worked for, she said, "Hey Haley, I'm going to get coffee with my friend. Would you like to come with?" And her friend just had a baby and she showed up with her little stroller with her little baby sleeping in the stroller. And I was like, "Oh, how cute. No, it's so cute that you're bringing the baby to the cafe to get some coffee and kuchen." And the baby was knocked out, you guys. This baby was in La Land. And the woman, she just leaves and goes in the cafe. And I'm just like, okay, did the lady that I work for literally bring me here to watch someone else's kid? Like, I was like, they really...
Yeah, they just need to go ahead and paint the lines to have stroller parkings.
I think they do.
They actually do?
I think I saw a picture that they do.
I mean, if you guys got it like that, then I mean...
Yeah, that's a culture shock for us.
Gotta be one, because nobody...
our baby? What?
Abandoning your child, you're such a bad parent. Like,
yeah, like
all that would have happened.
We'll get the cops called on us if we did something like that.
Want me to stand out here in the cold, in the winter, next to the stroller while they go inside and drink coffee. I'm like, that's really rude. The lady knocked on the window and was like, "Come inside." And I was like,
right.
And she was looking at me like, what the hell am I pointing at? And I'm like doing the motion of picking up the baby, and she's like, and I'm like,
sleep.
and she's like, "No." And then she comes out and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What are you doing leaving your baby on the street?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Someone could grab this little baby. It's just laying here, strangers walking past. This is a busy road. Someone snatch your baby up, hide your kids, hide your wife, because they're snatching every baby out here in Germany." She's like looking at the lady that I worked for, like, "You brought this woman with you to this coffee shop and she's talking about my baby getting kidnapped?" It happened often. I will not say all the time and that everyone did it, but it wasn't uncommon to see a random stroller with a random baby in it on the side of like the sidewalk or the road somewhere, or you know, in front of a store. And the reasoning behind this, she told me, I mean, this was her reason. I don't know if this is the real reason why people do it, but she said that it took her so long to wrap the baby in all of its like winter clothes, and so when the baby slept, you know, it got fresh air, it was cool to him, like the temperature outside was cool, but his body temperature underneath everything is relatively warm, and he sleeps the best this way. And so it's better to just leave him there than take him out, wake him up most likely, take off all of his clothes, and then have to re-put them on, redress him when they leave the cafe. And so I thought that was very interesting. This is something that happens all over Europe. I know that a lot of people, or some people, do this in the United States in their like the privacy of their home. It doesn't necessarily happen in Florida, because if you leave your baby outside in Florida, it will die. The next point is going to be something that is a hit and a miss. I know that some people, like Germans, are going to disagree with me, but I've seen this a handful of times here. And it is that people will bring their children to bars. And I think it's because the bar culture in Germany is different, and also the alcohol culture is different here as well. And so when I compare it to the United States, where I used to work, I've worked in I think like 3 or 4 different restaurants, and all of those, I think 3 out of 4 of them, had bars, meaning you could sit at the bar and drink alcohol, or you could sit in the bar area, which wasn't directly like chairs around a bar, but there were maybe tables or booths surrounding the bar. And some restaurants that I worked at wouldn't even let people with kids sit there. There are some restaurants that I have been to in the United States that allow children to sit there, but the ones that I worked at wasn't allowed unless they were 18 or older.
Corral. You don't want your child to be in that type of environment. You never know what the conversations are. You know how people are when they get to drinking. They're a little loose. They're a little honest. And you don't want that around your child. So I understand how we get down.
Right. Right. Well, a lot of the restaurants today have bars in them. So I feel like, but some of the restaurants that have bars are like, it's enclosed. To where it's like almost a room, but not the doors. Like it's just enclosed a little bit more. They generally wouldn't allow us to sit there unless it was like the last table. Then they'll say if you're comfortable sitting there,
right,
you can sit there with your family.
Yeah.
But it depends on the restaurant, I guess.
Yeah, I've never. Again, I don't know. I've never seen no one get turned around and say you can't put your child there. No. It's just common, like, courtesy to everyone else that everybody who's loud, screaming at the game, screaming about what happened down the street, cursing and doing this and smoking, to see a child just scoot up a chair and say, and just pay attention and be influenced by everything, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But also, remember when we went to, I don't want to name drop, but remember the last restaurant we went to? We was sitting right next to the bar and right next to that table who they was so loud watching the game. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God, I wish they wouldn't have set us right here. So I can understand that.
See? Yeah.
You know, because it was loud.
Hey.
It was loud, but we're not one of those people that's in public that's like, can you lower it down? My child right here. Don't curse my child
we know,
right here.
We know.
Like, no, if you're in public, you're in public. You can't control other people.
It's just not going to tell child to sit at the plate. Like if you're sitting at a table away on side of a bar, then that's just what it is.
Right.
Packed house, can't do nothing about it.
Right.
But if you're getting up, bringing your child to the bar, I don't know. I gotta see it. I don't know. It's curious. Let me know how y'all actually get down when y'all bring your baby to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the environment? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's cool and it's peaceful at the same time. But like, what is the mentality behind doing it? What is the regards? What is the, any things of that nature that concerns you may have? Unconcerns.
Yeah. Y'all let us know.
But if you came with your baby and you wanted to sit at the bar or near the bar, we usually, our hostesses would have to say, sorry, we're not allowed to seat you there. And so when I came to Germany and I just saw kids, openly around alcohol in public, at restaurants, at bars, I was shocked, a little judgmental, because I'm like, what are y'all doing with your kids? Like, around alcohol and bringing them to the bar like this? It's totally chill in Germany and relax when it comes to kids and alcohol. Also because the drinking age is 16 here, depending on what you're drinking. And in the United States, it's 21. And I always find this to be so crazy when I see little children, literally 16-year-olds drinking beer, and I'm like, are y'all allowed to do that? And then in the United States, I get carded if I want to buy one little beer can at the grocery store or something, or at the gas station. And I also think that in Germany, they like to expose children at an early age to the real world. Everyone, not everyone, but a big majority of people are drinking. They may not be alcoholics, but they are consuming alcohol. And you're going to come into contact with this regardless if you do drink alcohol or don't drink alcohol. And I never understand now, since living in Germany.
That I do agree with. Your children, I'm going to say this, your children need to be exposed to certain things. I mean, real world is what it is. You're going to come across it anyway. There's just some things you can't hide from them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to see mommy probably drink. They're going to see daddy probably grab a cigarette. They're going to hear a conversation with strangers making a F swear word. It's norm. It's kind of what life is about sometimes, So you can't really hide their eyes and close their ears from everything.
Right. And I do want to speak on the graphic that she put up, because y'all may not be able to see the graphic. So she said that she was looking at the statistics, and she was like, in the United States, a part of it is because parents worry about child protection services. And I do think that is, a lot of the things that we can or cannot do when it comes to parenting, we don't want people to call CPS on us. So that is a fear that many parents do have for certain things.
It's like that one conversation we had when y'all was like, people check y'all trash cans to see if you put any trash in the plastic bin. It's kind of like that with us. People will watch you like a hawk to see if you're doing anything that they can talk about or call anybody about, whether it's the cops, whether it's services, whether it's the manager of the restaurant, and then they just disappear and they say, hey, we got a tip saying this is what you're doing. You can't do that.
Too much in your business.
That's what it is.
I remember this one time, funny moment with my aunt. We was at the doctor. It was me, my cousin, and my aunt, and my little cousin. And my little cousin was, doing things she shouldn't have did. And so my aunt went outside to discipline her, and a person just passing by told her, don't discipline that child like that. And my aunt said, you come on, get out the car, I'm going to discipline you too. My aunt is very old school, okay? How you tell a woman in their 70s what to do?
70s? Yeah, you barking up the wrong tree there, buddy. She ain't gonna let nothing fly over her head. She be here longer than you.
Yeah, but she surely said, I'm going to whip you too.
That's a prime example though. Like, this how it be.
Hush regarding alcohol in the United States. It's a little weird in my opinion because talked about this before. You can buy guns at 18. You can go fight in the military, give up your life. But as soon as you want to buy one little beer and you're 20 years old, go to jail. The next point is going to be eating vegetables, free will, not being forced. Y'all, one thing that shocked me, which is a little like going off of this point, when I came to Germany and I started eating food, not eating foods, when I started going to restaurants and stuff and just trying out different types of restaurants and getting vegetables that were uncommon, let's say, because you go to the United States, you eat at a restaurant, you're gonna have a vegetable medley of broccoli, squash, carrots, throw in a zucchini, asparagus is big, cauliflower is big, broccoli. Very basic vegetables, throwing a corn on the cob there as well. And some areas, you have more so than other, like in Florida, we have okra, but we fry it. And I feel like all of our vegetables, we deep fry. We have deep fried green beans, we have deep fried cauliflower, we have deep fried corn, we have deep fried everything. So that's not really healthy. I'm talking about a raw vegetable or fruit, literally eating that by itself. And so when I came to Germany, there was this little kid that I used to watch randomly on the weekends. His mom would want to go out and she'd be like, could you come watch my son? I'd be like, fine, no big deal. She called me, hey Haley, come over. And then she's like, you know what? I have everything in the fridge. I have frozen pizza. I made spaghetti the other day. I made all of this stuff. Just ask him what he wants to eat and then, make something. I love parents like this because I'm like, so you don't mind if I give your kid a frozen pizza, we eat ice cream, cookies, and chips, and watch a movie, and that's okay with you? So I go to the little kid all excited. I'm like, hey, your mom told me that we have frozen pizza. And he's looking at me and he's like, yeah, I think I want a Butterbrot, a butter bread with radishes. And I looked and I was like, excuse me? Your mom said you have frozen pizza and cookies. He's like, no, maybe some cucumbers too. And I'm like, sir, we have everything available here. I can literally call McDonald's and have them delivered. Call Burger King and they can deliver a Whopper and fried onion rings to our doorstep right now. This little boy would not budge, you guys. So what did I do? I went to the kitchen and I cut up some radishes and I put it on some butterbrot. And so the next point is going to be outside activities, and I don't really know how to go over this properly.
Okay, so I think that depends on the parents and the children, or the children, because children are picky eaters here. I don't know if y'all got picky eaters, but children are generally picky eaters.
Yeah.
And I feel like it gets in the beginning of their life, it's fine. But once they get to school, they see other children at school don't like something. Then they start trying to bring home some of them tendencies home. That's that's where the conflicts come in at. But so we got to
You ate this yesterday.
Right.
I don't like it today. What you mean you don't like it today? What happened? Well, I seen such as... No, chill. Let's not do that, bro.
But the good thing is they eventually grow out of it.
But yeah, they do. I didn't realize that was such a stage.
What?
That they have that part where they're like, I just don't want it no more.
Right. Oh, it's so
But
frustrating.
you just ate it.
It's so frustrating.
Well, this is my new favorite thing.
Right.
But you never had this before. I'm not
my
making
God.
this. What is this? You know what I'm saying?
That?
What is that, bro? Like, nah.
Yeah, so here we got to get a little bit more creative with the food after a certain time.
Yeah.
When they get influenced, you know. But a regular raw vegetable, can you add some butter to it?
I remember one day, one of our children was just like, I cracked something open like a, it was a fruit. I cracked it open and everything, and I was like, here. They ran. I was like, what the heck is wrong with them?
They love yogurt and things.
They have their choices, but they grow out of things, and they want to try new things as they go. So
yeah, I feel like we give them a wide
variety. Yeah.
But in Germany, when you do an activity for, let's say, daycare or school, a lot of times it is outsourced to a different location. And I don't know the reason why. I'm assuming it's because of how small Germany is. So their schools aren't as massive and as huge as like stuff in the United States, so they don't have the ability to offer everything in-house. Okay. I used to work at a kindergarten, a daycare that was only 3 rooms. That was it. And there were like a lot of kids, and everything that we did, we usually had to go outside somewhere else to do. We didn't have a pool, we didn't have a playground, we didn't have anything at the daycare except for like books and toys and a little mini kitchen to make stuff in. That was it. And I also worked at daycares in Germany that offered everything available to mankind. 3-story, 4-story buildings, they have a whole bunch of kids, they have their own playground, but still, even then, you had to go somewhere else to do other things, or they would tell someone else to come. They would outsource it in the sense that they would hire someone to come and do, let's say, yoga, instruments. I don't know what else there is that people outsourced or got people to come in to do. And it's not random to see groups of children just walking in the woods, walking on the side of the street, taking public transportation, just out and about in the real world, which is something that is not common in the United States at all, unless you're going on a field trip. Right. But it's like not where you would say every day we're going to go outside of our daycare, or every day we're taking a trip 1 mile away or walking 1 mile down the street to go do something. That's just something that does not happen in the United States. The last and final point, you guys, is going to be a big point, and this is going to be something that, I do this to myself, you guys, when I talk about these topics. But in Germany, the kids learn about their history, an in-depth history, a gruesome history, a dark history, something that
In Germany,
come on, man,
they learn about the history as it is. Why are we suppressing the history as it is? Y'all know how I feel about what's going on in the States here with the education. And let me repeat it. In Germany, they learn about their history. Oh, Lord, she just got me riled up. Because we real parents, okay? And, that got me riled up. Let's listen. Let's listen.
I've never experienced in the United States. And so I remember when I first got here to Munich, I took a trip by myself to Dachau. I don't know why, you guys. I just wanted to go to a concentration camp because I was like, I'm in Germany. This is like what I've been taught in school. I'm literally a train ride away, less than an hour away. Let me just go one day. And so I went by myself to Dachau. And to my surprise, I saw multiple groups, like school groups of kids aged, I would say maybe 14 to 16, 17, give or take. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, are we just gonna allow kids to walk through concentration camps like this? Like, is this normal? I don't know. This is not normal in the United States. We don't walk through plantation homes. In Florida, especially where I lived, we had...
Okay, we already know what's going on in Florida. But in Louisiana, we have a lot of plantations, and we actually did walk through the plantations.
School?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
In elementary, too.
Really? I just didn't think that far back. See,
and that's crazy.
I need to eat my berries because I don't remember that.
Y'all was only 30 minutes away from a plantation, so why didn't they take y'all there?
I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't
you went to school with me and let me know because I don't remember that. I don't.
We actually went to the plantations.
But it's not something that is highlighted. You don't hear that in the conversation. Like, I've never seen no one highlight that. Yay, just had an experience with history. Did not know this. Learned something today.
We did. And see, that is... per country, not country,
State.
per
States.
state, it's a different education system, and we went a whole hour apart schools. So
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one.
y'all probably did. They probably didn't take y'all there, but
I don't think we did.
the parish that I was in, everybody went there.
Homes, we had plantations, we had sugarcane fields that were ran, operated by slaves. We never, ever took a trip there. Never once in my life did I even know until like, I think
That's
high
how I was
school
feeling
or
just a minute ago.
college,
Like,
did I
never, I
find
don't
out
remember
that we had all of these places so close to where I went to school. And I think this is an amazing thing that Germany does. I think that this should happen in the United States as well. I know in some places they do put more emphasis on our history and the dark parts of our history, but in modern day, the United States right now, we're trying to get rid, or how do you say, sugarcoat the things and make it seem like everything was rainbows and sunshine and everyone got along and there were no slaves. They were people that made a minimum wage, and we try to like cover things up instead of actually saying, yeah, we effed up.
Yeah, y'all see how silly that just sounded? They try to literally sugarcoat and make it as if something in life is it never happened. Like, try to erase something that's on a timeline that happened for 400 plus years. Like, that's a lot of your erase ain't big enough, bro.
Right.
Because it ain't going to happen. That sounds silly.
And that is why it's up to parents to teach the history. That's why I say the real school starts at home, because they're taking away so much of the facts.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm glad that the plantation tours and things like that is still around, so that us as parents can take our children there ourselves. So they ain't gonna do it, we're gonna do it. Because y'all gonna learn this history.
Did this, we did that. It wasn't good. We killed a bunch of people. We harmed a bunch of people. We created a lot of problems, you know, by doing this. And here it is. But we don't do that. And so when I think back of my upbringing and my education, and I know that there are going to be a lot of Americans that say, well, that's just you and that's not representative of the United States and that's not my upbringing. Perfectly fine. Make your own video talking about your upbringing. But for me, I knew more, or I was like told more about Nazi Germany than the history of Florida and like plantations and slavery and just everything that happened in my own state, in my own backyard, like literally a hop, skip, and a rock throw.
All right, yeah, this is a long read. I don't know if you guys want to pause it, or do you want Sierra to read it all? Cause or me, you don't need me to read it all. But I think you guys.
Okay, so y'all, this is what I want y'all to do. I love her vibe. I love her video. I love how she's presenting these topics. Please go and support her video. 100%. It's always going to be in the link underneath
description box.
Yeah, in the description box. Go support her video so you can read all of that. Yeah. I love how she's presenting this. Like, it's true.
Florida gal.
Away. I learned more about something that was 5,000 plus miles away than learning something that was 5 miles away. Like I said, they did teach me about slavery, but if they would have made me go up, take my happy ass to a plantation home, or show me certain fields, or show me all types of other things, a museum for all I know, if they would have done this for me at a young age, it would have made such a big impact on me, and it would make me care about these issues more, or it would have made me care more about these issues growing up. But yeah, you guys, that was it. That's the end of the video. That's how I think German kids are different, or German parenting is different than American.
Yeah, just like C said, just like Babe said, go support her channel, man. Show her some love, like it up, drop some comments, flutter. You feel me?
Yes,
Vibes is amazing. And she from Florida too. Y'all see how he is in the South?
Yes.
Like the energy, bro. That Southern thing is real life. Yeah, it's real talk.
Yeah, Southern hospitality. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.